Hi, my name is Bibek Adhikari. I am an English instructor. In today's class, we are going to solve the grammar portion of Unit 5, that is simple present tense. In this section, you shall be learning about the uses of simple present tense and their structures. So let's begin. Alright, we are now going to start simple present tense. First of all, we must understand that simple present tense is a verb tense with two main uses. First, we use the simple present tense when an action is happening right now. So whenever something is happening right now, or let's say when it happens regularly or unceasingly, which is why it's sometimes called present indefinite. Sometimes its simple present tense is also called present indefinite because something is going on, something is happening, and it's happening without stopping, it's happening regularly. And the second kind of use is, sometimes, or let's say most of the time, this is used to talk about things like habits, or let's say truths or facts. So these are the most two simple uses of simple present tense. So the thing is, the simple present tense is one of the several forms of present tense in English. It is used to describe habits, unchanging situations, general truths, and fixed arrangements. The simple present tense is simple to form. Now I'm going to show you how to form the simple present tense. So I'm going to demonstrate that by letting you know about the uses of simple present tense. So let's begin with the simple present tense and its uses. So we should now talk about the uses of simple present tense. Let's say we are expressing habits, or we are talking about general truths, or repeated actions, or unchanging situations, or it could be even emotions and sometimes wishes. So in these cases, you see, we use the simple present tense. For example, I can say something like I walk. So this is a habit. I do not travel by bus, rather I walk. So it's a habit. That's why we use the simple form of the tense verb walk. Now I can give you another example. I can say something like I work in Kathmandu. Now I work in Kathmandu is an unchanging situation, so we use the simple present tense. The work is the present form of the tense. Let me give you some more examples. I can say something like this. Kathmandu is a polluted, this is sad but true, polluted city. Now this is what we call a general truth. That's why I'm using the simple form of the be verb, which is use. Kathmandu is a polluted city. That is the general truth. Everybody knows that. You see, the simple present tense can also be used when we are giving instructions or say directions. So whenever we are giving someone instructions or directions, simple present tense is also used. For example, I can say you walk for 200 meters. Then you turn left. I can say something like this. So you walk for 200 meters and then you turn left. These are all the first or the simple form of the present tense. So whenever we are giving instructions or directions, we use which tense? We use simple present tense. Another use can be, let's say we are dealing with fixed arrangements, or these fixed arrangements could be in present or future time, but that does not matter. We are going to use which tense? Once again, simple present tense. For example, I can say your exam starts at 9. So that is a fixed arrangement. So using the simple form of the present tense, that's one use. Whenever we are talking about fixed arrangements, we use simple present tense. Another use can be to express future time. You see, this is the beauty of simple present tense. We can actually talk about future time. So we can actually talk about future time by using simple present tense, and this is how we do it. I can say something like he'll give it to you when you come next Saturday. So he's going to give you something, and that will be on next Saturday. He will give you. So this is clearly in future tense, but we use the present form after introducing a conjunction. So whenever there is a conjunction, we are going to use simple present tense in sentences like these. Let me give you more examples. Alright, these are some more examples. So let's study them. The first one is he drinks tea at breakfast. Now, clearly drinks is the simple form of the verb. Now this sentence denotes about somebody's habit. So this is someone who likes to drink tea at breakfast. So that's a habit. We catch the bus every morning. And the second example is something that deals with repeated actions, or let's say events. Our catching the bus every morning is a repeated action. Water freezes at 0 degrees Celsius. That is general truth. And the last example is open the packet and pour the milk into the bowl. That is an instruction, or you can even call it direction. So these were the 4 different examples. Now if you were to look at the verb form, we have a V1 in the second example, a V5 in the third example, and open, so it is a V1 again, and pour is again a V1. So these are some of the examples of the uses of simple present tense. Let's go and study a couple of more examples. Alright, 3 more examples. Number 5, 6, and 7. First one is his mother arrives. Now we have a V5 here, tomorrow. Second one is she'll see you. Here's a future thing, so this is future. Let's not talk about it. Before she arrives, so we have a V5 here. Will, again it's a future. Give it to her when she arrives. Alright, this is again V5. Now if you look at the uses of these sentences, the first one actually talks about fixed arrangement. The second and third, I mean the number 6 and 7, that deal with future constructions. His mother arrives tomorrow, or I can say something like our holiday starts on the 26th March. This one in particular is the one that talks about fixed arrangement, and the second and third, I mean the number 6th and the 7th one, they deal with future constructions. Now we've learned around 6 different kind of uses of present tense. Let's revise them quickly. They are: we use present tense, simple present tense for habits, for repeated actions or events, for general truths, for instructions or directions, for fixed arrangements, and finally with future construction. Now let me teach you how to form the simple present tense in affirmative, interrogative, and negative form. Affirmative, interrogative, and finally negative. So if the verb is think and if the sentence is I think, it will be changed into something like do I think, into interrogative form. And the negative is I do not think. So the V1 is actually changed into, well, it's V1 everywhere, only the structure of the sentence is somehow changed. I can give you more example. So with you think, so it will be changed into do you think, or the negative is you do not think. I can write he thinks, and the question will be does he think? The answer to that would be he does not think. Alright, so a brief notes on simple present tense before I quickly summarize what we have learned. The first thing that you should be very watchful about is with third person singular, you should add the letter S in the verb. For example, you should write something like he wants, not he want. So remember the form. She needs. Now she is a third person singular, that's why needs is used, not need. He gives, again S is there. She thinks. But with the plural form, you're going to use the base verb, and the base verb is simply V1. For example, they want, or you, as in plural you want. Alright, now let me give you some question for practice. Homework. All you have to do is complete these sentences. He, blank space, to school every morning, and the verb form is go. Second question is she, blank space, English, and the verb form is speak. More question. Number 3, he, blank space, very hard, and the verb form is try. Let me give you 2 more questions. She, blank space, playing the piano, and the verb form is enjoy. Last question. It, blank space, the sand and the water, and the verb form is simply mix. So these are the questions for your practice. I guess when you are done practicing these questions, you would be pretty fluent with the concept of present tense. So these 5 questions are for your practice. With this, we've come to end of today's class. If you have any questions or suggestions regarding these video series, feel free to write us at learning@deerwalk.edu.np. Thank you.